start some baseball, Josh, because last weekend tempers flared between the Dodgers and Padres. I know you didn't really see this series that much, but there was multiple hit by pitches. I believe there were like 4 hit by pitches, 2 on each side in every game. There was a moment where Shohei Ohtani got beamed. There was going to be a benches clearing brawl. Ohtani told the Dodgers dugout to stay back. Very calm. We know there's Manny Machado's history with the Padres and the Dodgers. We know there's a lot of playoff history between these two sides. We saw them match up in the NLDS last year. We saw them match up in the NLDS over the last couple of years as well. And I think with the Boston Red Sox now, obviously turning away Rafael Devers and then not being at the same level as the New York Yankees, at least these past few years, I think this is the new Yankees Red Sox. I think this is the MLB's new golden child. I think these two teams are going to be great for years. San Diego is in California, but they're a little bit of a small market, so they have that little bit of an underdog feel. And every time these two teams play baseball, both of these teams can make up an all-star team, but they always play close games.
Yeah. It's definitely taking on that Yankees Red Sox feeling, Dodgers Giants as well.
Oh, I would actually say it surpassed Dodgers Giants.
I'm saying it's taking on that type of rivalry.
Okay, that's fair.
I was saying it's taking on that same type of like Yankees Red Sox, Dodgers Giants type of rivalry.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's more what I'm saying.
You could even say like Phillies Braves, or even like Mets Braves. That's been some big rivalries in the NL. Even like Cubs Brewers, obviously with Craig Counsell moving over managers, that has added some intensity over the past few years. Cubs and Cardinals is obviously a legendary rivalry. If you think about it, most of the rivalries in baseball, instead of Yankees Red Sox, the big ones at least, are in the National League.
I guess the one big one in the American League is Guardians Yankees.
Maybe because of their playoff history, but we can't beat the Yankees.
Yeah, that part is true. I agree with you.
I'm like maybe Guardians Tigers here becomes a rivalry over the next few years. Guardians and Twins had a mini rivalry that not a lot of people outside of the AL Central paid attention to, but it was very back and forth here over the last 4 or 5 years. But it does not.
One of my favorite rivalries, though, it was only a 2-year rivalry, but it was one of my favorites. Blue Jays Rangers. I loved that rivalry when Rougned Odor and Jose Bautista literally got into a fist fight.
I was going to say, that was probably back in the day when they had Batista. Was that like 16-17 wild card round?
No, it was 15 in the division series and 16 in, I believe, also in the division series.
Okay, so I was close. I was off by a year, 16-17 to 15-16. But yeah, very strange. Like Toronto's always been a very good team that you can't really hate, but like they're not really World Series contenders, but yet you feel like they should be.
Yeah. In 2016, the Blue Jays swept the Rangers 3-0. And in 2015, that was that weird Game 5 where the ball bounced off of, I think it was Shin-Soo Choo's bat and was in play, and you had Jose Bautista's bat flip. So, like I said, that was a great rivalry, even though it was only for 2 years. But yeah, I would probably say Dodgers-Padres is the best rivalry in Major League Baseball right now. But, like, Major League Baseball doesn't really do a great job of marketing. So, like, if you told me Dodgers-Padres was on tonight, I would be like, it is? I didn't know that.
I think they've done it. I'll say this. They've done a better job, shockingly, in my opinion, than the NBA over the last year or two at marketing the young stars that have entered this league. I think Ohtani going to the Dodgers, that move of him crossing from LA Angels to the Dodgers has significantly increased the attention in baseball, and it's helped with the marketing.
I would agree with you. But, like, we haven't heard anything about Major League Baseball and what they're going to do since they're most likely leaving ESPN next year.
Well, they're negotiating right now with other networks. I've heard NBC is involved. I've heard Amazon is involved. Ron Manfred did come out and he did say he wants an NBA-like deal. He wants streaming, he wants cable, he wants broadcast.
By the way, the Athletics had their groundbreaking ceremony in Vegas, so that is happening. Whether we like it or not, I still strongly dislike that.
Go back and listen to our first season of Championship Rings. The clip is on YouTube. Make sure to follow us, youtube.com/Championship Rings 216. I remember having a deep conversation about that.
Yes. But is Dodgers Padres like a top 5 rivalry in all sports? I don't know. Like, if you told me Dodgers Padres was on, but on the other side, the Steelers and the Ravens are playing, 10 out of 10 times, I'm choosing the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Baltimore Ravens. Or if you told me on one side I get Dodgers Padres, but on the other side I get Duke North Carolina, 10 out of 10 times, give me the Duke Blue Devils against the North Carolina.
That's the one I was going to ask you about, because that's the one I know we've had this conversation in the past. That's the one I completely disagree with you on. I think Padres-Dodgers is way bigger than Duke North Carolina.
Maybe it's because I'm a bigger college basketball fan, but anytime Duke North Carolina is on, I'm finding a way to watch it.